This is the best moments of the BBQ Central Show in 10 minutes or less. Ever wish you could re-listen to your favorite interview or segment? Do you enjoy hearing older shows for the first time in years? Then the best moments of the BBQ Central Show in 10 minutes or less is just what you need. Thanks for listening and enjoy the show.
Hello, everyone. You know, it's time to get your best moments on. I'm John Solberg, your host for the best moments of the BBQ Central Show in 10 minutes or less. Always glad, happy, and excited to tell you that this show is brought to you by The Butcher Shop. Purveyors of highly sought after 100% Australian non-crossbred Wyvara 9 Plus briskets that are always handpicked just for you. The Butcher Shop has been retailing the finest meats for more than 15 years. Every week they're shipping out competition quality meats to many of the biggest teams in the competition scene across the nation. Simply put, teams who use The Butcher Shop win, and they win often. Even if you're not a competitor, you still deserve the finer cuts. The Butcher Shop is shipping some of the finest prime, dry-aged Australian Wagyu and Japanese Wagyu steaks to people just like you and me who want to be the kings and queens of the backyard. The Butcher Shop always has Berkshire, Compart Duroc, Allegiance Duroc, and Prairie Fresh all-natural pork in stock, and again, always hand-picked just for you. Let's review. The best competition briskets, they got them. The best pork selection, they got it. Giving you better overall options to cook at home, you know it. So give The Butcher Shop a call today. 850-458-8782. That's 850-458-8782. You mentioned the BBQ Central Show. They're going to go check on that and come back and give you 10% off your entire order each and every time you call. You can also check them out on Facebook, facebook.com/The Butcher Shop. Shop is spelled SHOPPE. The Butcher Shop, home of the 100% Australian non-crossbred Wylara 9 Plus briskets. And let's let Greg take care of the introductions today.
All right, where am I here? My first two guests tonight are here to help break some myths, give their takes on the hot topics of the day in the barbecue and grilling world. One is a returning guest to the show, the other a first-timer. Let's head on over to the proverbial hotline and welcome in Barry Martin and Larry Gain to the show. Okay, look, both of these guys have some video going. Larry and Barry, how are you guys? Thanks for joining me tonight. Barry, are you doing fine?
Larry always speaks for me. I'm well, thank you.
Great. All right, so Larry, I just want to confirm no video for you, but Barry you said Barry would show up in his underwear. He has a sweater, glasses, he's well-dressed. What are you talking about, Larry?
Well, Barry is a unique individual,
right.
And he likes to write comfortably, and so oftentimes he just finds himself in the middle of the night writing in whatever he's wearing. At least that's what I've heard.
Hey, well, would you like to confirm or deny that myth, Barry, right off the bat?
All I'll say right now is that I'm naked under my clothes.
Hey.
And
Porky,
other than that, I got nothing on this topic whatsoever.
Where I come from, Barry, we call that Porky Pig Barbecue, and I know Larry can back me up on that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, guys, so appreciate you making time here for the show. If we could, before we get into some of these hot topics that I had mentioned, Barry, maybe a little background about you for the folks that might not be as familiar with your background and what you've been into.
Well, I think the last 10 years I've been a spokesperson for a national grilling company and managed their online forums and their newsletters and their social media and wrote cookbooks and made appearances and stuff on their behalf. I kind of backed into that. I got into it purposefully just to help people learn how to cook. We've all been somewhere, somebody's backyard, an uncle, a friend, a next-door neighbor, and you got that chicken that was burnt to just everything on the outside and raw in the center, or the steak that was overcooked, or the whatever. We've all been there. And my whole goal was just that's why I got involved. And it turned in a little bit more than that. I'm grateful for it. But at the end of this year, I'll be free to speak my mind a little more openly about the products that I really endorse and the kinds of things that I like to do and work with. And that's how I got hooked up with old Larry there.
And is the main website that you are into right now, Welcome to the Cookout?
Welcome to the Cookout is a brand we've created. Its purpose is to engage people who are backyard grillers who are not really competent, let's just be honest, who really don't quite know what to do, who make those mistakes, and our goal is just to help them have a better experience. And once they get some of those basic skills and understanding of their particular cooker, then we turn it over to guys like Larry and the experts who can help them get to whatever next level they want to go to.
Gotcha. Larry, maybe a little background about yourself.
Sure. Well, I really started writing the Barbecue Grail blog about 7 years ago, and it has transformed into Embers and Flame this past year. And it's really just a site designed to help people learn about outdoor cooking a variety of different ways. I'm slowly really transforming into more of a feature article type of approach as opposed to just recipes and how-tos. And so there'll be more interviews with people. I do a lot of cookbook reviews and different types of things, just trying to expand on the brand, I guess, for lack of a better term.
Are there things, Larry, that you prefer not to cover, or are you pretty much open to all comers at this point?
Yeah, I am getting away from doing as many reviews of products. I've never really been one that writes negative reviews about anything. If I don't like something, I just write the person and tell them why I don't. Barbecue is so subjective. It's kind of like, who am I to stomp on someone's dream of having a sauce? So a lot of people have probably told them they loved it. That's great. So, but I really want to do more products. As far as hardware, I guess you could say. I'm pretty excited. I got this giant spatula coming from a guy in Kansas City that supposedly you can turn an entire pork butt over with. And so I'm looking forward to stuff like that.
Why would you possibly need to flip over a pork butt?
I have no idea at all.
I mean, if we're going to tell somebody they're...
Should I want to? Hey, I'm going to be able to.
If you don't want to tell somebody that their sauce sucks, how are you going to tell somebody that a pork butt spatula might be the most ridiculous thing ever on the face of the earth?
Well, I'm going to wait and see what it is. But maybe if I can just flip over a giant hamburger, then I'm good,
Absolutely.
But I'm waiting to see.
Larry Gain and Barry Martin joining me here on the show. Welcome to the Cookout.com is Barry's website. Larry Gain is embersandflame.com, formerly of Barbecue Grail. All right, so let me start with you here, Barry, on this one. And you kind of touched on this a little bit when we were kind of outlining some ideas and concepts to talk about tonight. And one of those things was grill snobbery. And I said, and I made no bones about it, I might fall into the snob part of the grill aspect of things. What do you mean when you talk about grill snobbery and maybe overcoming that aspect?
Well, I think anytime you get a group of people who really get into a subject, I don't care what it is, tennis, golf, baseball, football, hunting, there's a hierarchy begins to evolve. And if you don't have this, or you don't have that, or gee, you should do this, this kind of thermometer or that kind of controller, or use this kind of whatever. You're just not there. And I think companies, having spent 25 years in ad agencies marketing products, we, of course, know how to exploit that and leverage that. You're not good enough unless you have that product. But the reverse of that is, I've seen some pretty amazing food cooked by people who have some skill sets on stuff that doesn't look like it should be a grill or a cooker. And in golf, what do they call it? The 30-day rule. You buy a new club, you spend a ton of money for it, and of course you play better. But what I see over and over again is these exorbitant costs for products that really aren't a whole lot better than the basic stuff that a guy can put together in his backyard. I mean, Larry and I both joked with each other that we've set up bricks and grates and cooked over coals right on the ground, and that does a pretty dang good job. So anything much more than that gets fancy. Now, I'm not bad-mouthing really well-designed products that absolutely deserve to get the money they charge for them because they're well-made and they're going to do a whole bunch of stuff. But I'm just saying the group that I work with, that I hope to help, are the guys who go in and the families who go in and they spend no more than $100 on a gasser, or maybe $60-$70 or less, $30 on a charcoal grill. That's the largest segment of the population, and those are the folks I want to help cook good burgers and good steaks and good chicken.
Larry, do you have a take on the snobbery aspect of buying grills and so forth?
This is a great show. You want to go hear the rest of it, you know how to do it. If you don't, I'm going to remind you. Head over to the bbqcentralshow.com, click in the link in today's show notes, take you to this complete episode. I forget about Chef C.B. Martin, Barry Martin. This guy is a Hall of Fame contender for the Guest Hall of Fame. There's no doubt in my mind. And it slips my mind sometimes. I digress. Go listen to the rest of this show for me. Tell me what you think. John, Jon, John at the bbqcentralshow.com. I love to hear from you. And until next time on the best moments of the Barbecue Central Show in 10 minutes or less, I'm your host, John Solberg. I look forward to talking to you again soon.